Hello there everyone, my name's Maggie, and today we're going to be doing a Top 5 Friday where I talk about best friends. And yes, I love best friends. So, the first one is a pretty obvious one. And I've mentioned this author / book in many videos as I'm talking in a British accent. Probably quite horribly, actually. But yes, Harry, Ron, and Hermione from Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. But yes, I love their friendship, and they just friends forever. And if you haven't read that book / series by now, you should. Anyway, this next one, I actually read 2 years ago. The movie came out the year before I read it. And I just loved it to pieces. I really need to reread the Harry Potter, obviously, in this book that I'm talking about. And it is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Chbosky. And yes, I've mentioned this book in many videos as well, and I just love them so much. I love Patrick, Sam, and Charlie as a whole, and just, oh my god. If you haven't read this book, you need to. Really need to. I strongly suggest that you read it. This next book I haven't actually read in quite some time now, as Harry Potter as well. But I know that it's a 4-book series, 5-book. But I really need to reread this one and the second one. I need the other 3 to read, and it is The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashares. I just loved how Bridget, Lena, Tibby, and Carmen are just best friends, and they're obviously all girls, but like, I just love how they are different kinds of things, and they can just combine well, and just, yes. If you know what I'm talking about, yes. If you haven't read the series, you obviously should. I need to reread this series, lol. But, yes, it's a very good starter as best friends. So, there you go. This next one is actually one that I actually read as well 2 years ago, the same year that I read The Perks of Being a Wallflower. But I actually thought that it was really good. I think it's one of the first ones that I've actually read in this genre, and it's really good, and I suggest that you read it, and it's The Book Thief by Markus, Zusak, and actually, this is actually the first book that I've actually read by an Australian author, I think. I'm not sure what he is, but I think he's Australian. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But yes, I think this is one of the first books that I've actually read that was in World War II, I think. I'm not really sure. But I think this is one of my by far favorites. But yes, I love Liesel and I forgot what his name was in the book. But yeah, I know I keep saying and stuff. I'm sorry. And I just love Liesel and how she became friends with her guy friend. I forgot what his name was. But I just love how they just are friends and stuff and whatever. So if you haven't read this book, again, read it. The next book, I haven't really read this book in a long time. I think the last time I read it was when I was in 5th grade, so sorry. It's The Bridge to Terabithia by Katherine Paterson. I just loved how Jess and, what's her name? Leslie, her name. I just love how Jess and Leslie became friends, and how she moved to his town, and they just became friends after whatever. So, yeah, basically. So, that is it. That is my top 5 Friday for best friends. So, there you go. I'll see you next time for another video. Goodbye!